morning here, like 8:30 or something. So for those that are just waking up, good morning. For those that are going to bed, good night. But I wanted to make this video. This came to me during my between sleep and wake time today, this morning. Life brings life into the body. Things like live liquids, live food, and stories that empower you. These are all things that bring life into the body. Dead foods, dead liquids, and stories of death, or seeing things that are frightening people and they're worried about death, brings death into the body, which is what we're witnessing right now. So it's up to us to change our story, to start giving those live liquids to our body through things like the Master Cleanse, or celery juice, or fruit juice, and all you really need to do is just add it into your daily diet. Your daily diet will change, because as life comes into your body, you will start to tell yourself a new story, and it will open the curtain of how you are being suppressed through dead liquids, dead foods, and stories of death, stories of fear, stories of all the stuff that's going on around the world right now. We have to shield ourselves from those emotionally. It's not that you can't see it, but if you're emotionally attached to that, you're going to have a real hard time maintaining your health, because those stories shut down our immune system. They shrink. Fear shrinks the thymus, which is the engine, the energetic engine of your body, your heart. That's why when people are depressed, their body is down, and the weaker they get, and I'll show you that in a minute. I haven't done that in this series. We have a new Master Cleanse coming up on the 14th of this month. I believe that's next Monday. You want to check. It's a 10-day. You can just watch. You can just do one 32-ounce jar of the cleanse and add it into your body. You're bringing life into your body, and life creates life, and death creates death. It's really that simple. And the health of the world right now is being suppressed, and it's being done for a reason, because it weakens the immune system, which is our power against everything. Our bodies fight viruses all day long. That's what it's designed to do. We have around 280,000 viruses in our body right now. And without many of those viruses, we wouldn't be alive. It goes back to things like the tonsils. How many do we have? Because, you know, when I was a kid, you went through the assembly line of having your tonsils out, right? Well, they're part of your immune system, and we have 6. We do not have 2. We have 6. And their job, when we breathe, they are analyzing everything that's in the air that's going into your body, into your lungs. And what do they create? Vaccines. So whatever is coming in that would harm the body, the brain, is chemically creating, through the knowledge of your tonsils, chemicals that will kill whatever that is. That's how powerful we are. But we're not being told those stories. Those are stories that empower life, that bring life to the body. And we're not being allowed to understand that, because right now the whole deal is fear. And as we know, and I just talked about, fear shuts the body down. You've heard of couples that have been together for 50 years, been married, right? And one of them dies, and a week later the other one dies. They died of a broken heart. They died because they didn't want to be here anymore. And believe me, you can think yourself often this planet. That's also how powerful you are. And you can engage your life through storytelling and live liquids and live foods to empower your life, and you will raise to levels you didn't even know existed. Because we're not being told. It's not being shared with us. So today we're going to do some breath work. We're going to do a little Qigong. I might do a little more advanced stretching. And we will, but when I'm doing anything here, you do it how you do it. Okay? The pace, the speed. You might have a bad shoulder, or you might have a bad knee, or just do what you can. The idea is motion. Getting live liquids into your body to loosen things up. Getting that breath work going to oxygenate the cells and bring that good nutrition to the body. You know, the blood is 98% water. So people who have thick bloods and blood clots, they're not grounded to the earth. And their blood, they're dehydrated. That's why their blood gets thick. So what do we get? We get pills and potions from people who profit from their diagnosis, we'll call it. That's why in iridology, we don't diagnose anything. We see the whole lymphatic system. The left side, the right side, in the body, and we see where it's collected the most. We don't see disease. We don't do speculation. You know, well, I think that you have seasonal earaches. What the hell? How would anybody know that from reading the eyes? These are speculations, theories, thoughts. That's what the medical people do. We're not into theories and all this other crap. We look at the eyes and we see where congestion is, and then we have a roadmap to help us regenerate our body and empower it again. And the breath work, the hydration, the live hydration, not pasteurized hydration, which is what you get mostly in the store. And it's mostly high fructose corn syrup, and if there's no sugar in it, it's aspartame. So you should look those two up. Matter of fact, I just sent a video to someone. It's called King Corn, and it's about the corn industry in Iowa and how they're making high fructose corn syrup out of this corn, and that's all it's grown for, is to make high fructose corn syrup. And it's in everything, and it is slowly causing issues in your body, causing dis-ease. I've had people give me a hard time because I say the same thing all the time. Well, when you're dealing with the lymphatic system, there are only a few things to talk about. Digestion, your intestinal tract, your eyes. It's just where things are congested within the body because there's too much dead liquid and foods going in for your body to maintain its health. So when you make the shift, we do it slowly, where most people want you to drive into the wall, right? And you go, go, go. And no matter how much weight you lose, and no matter how sick you look, and no matter how depressed you are, you got to keep going, 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 going. No, I don't believe that. You made it this far alive. Now we're going to slowly start to reverse that and start pulling that death out of your body and bring life into it. That's all we're doing. It's no big hocus pocus, nothing. That's all it is. If you add 32 ounces of the cleanse or other live liquids that you love into your life will change, and your health will change with it. Mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. You may not enjoy the journey because death does not want to leave your body. No more than life wants to leave your body. But we're being led down a road that is ending our lives because we can't see our future. Because we're not creating it. When we're watching the media is creating what we see in the future. And they're painting a picture. Just like, have you noticed that when they talk about what's going on right now, I kind of lost that thought there, but when they're telling us all this stuff, it only has one goal in mind, because that's the only goal that there can be, to turn on the sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight, and all the blood goes to the limbs because you don't know what to do or where to go or how to get there, right? Well, when you do that, you're shutting your system down. This system, the river of life, the blood has, let's say 80-20, 20% here and 80% here, which means there's not enough blood, oxygen, nutrients getting to the cells because you're in fear. So learning how to turn off the sympathetic, which is not difficult, breath work, grounding to the earth, live liquids, live foods, and great stories of compassion and love and helping others. These are the things that empower our bodies to live amazing lives. And it's right there, just waiting for us. I've heard many people say, I can see what I want, and I reach out for it. I just can't touch it. That's because you're telling yourself or listening to stories that are disempowering you. And when you stop and you start bringing live liquids and foods and stories into your life that empower you, your health has no choice. It has to change because you're turning off the sympathetic, well, I keep pointing to my arm, the sympathetic nerve, which brings things to the arms and legs so you can get out, and thinking shuts it down. When you're in sympathetic, there is no thought, only chaos, only confusion, only I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, and I don't know how to get there. And we're waiting for people who profit from us being in the sympathetic nerve to tell us how to get out of it. Well, they're not gonna. That's something we have to come to grips with. They are gonna tell us only what they want to create the world they want. And it's up to us to stand up inside ourselves and say, I'm not taking this anymore. I see what you're doing. I am the observer of life. I have stepped back and I am watching what's going on without emotion, because I know that you are specifically manipulating my energy, my life, through the stories, dead liquids, dead foods that you are forcing on me through the tube that I'm watching. This is another one that's really rich. If we end up having the largest repo market in history, which is what they say is going to happen, they speculate, their theory, their hypothesis, their want, their need to create that within us. None of those are facts. If you go outside and look around, what do you see? Would you even know there was a problem if you wasn't staring at it 24 hours a day, sitting home, biting our nails? Well, I'm not, but many are. 99.9999999% of the people are frightened almost to death. And part of what they're afraid of is the shot. So think about this. If you are scared to the point that you can't even be around somebody without this, you can't be around somebody because of fear, they could inject you with a placebo and you still will leave this planet. Now you're going to go back to source energy, but that is how powerful fear is. And we need to step out of that and step into our own richness. And right here is where it is. The thymus and the heart heal the body. And the more it is left out, the harder time you're going to have. And we are here to correct that. So in this next masterclass, we're going to be going over a lot of this stuff. Because, and that starts the 14th, which I believe is next Monday. You want to check that. We're going to be going over a lot of this. We're going to be reversing a lot of this crazy, insane crap that we're hearing. And we're going to start empowering our lives. We're going to empower each other. Through stories, through live liquids, through live foods. Just add it into what you're already doing. And we're going to take our time. And we're going to slowly start empowering our lives. Listen to music that empowers you. It might not be what empowers somebody else, just like the story might not be what empowers somebody else. But the people that are doing this have lost their soul. And we, or I should say, if we don't take it back, we're going to fall under their spell. Because that's all it is. It's a spell. It's not even real. So let's do some breath work. And we're going to start kicking some of this crap out of our body. Because it lives in our body. This fear settles in our body. And it's from things that you've learned over your life that have disempowered you to the point where you're open to all this stuff. These vibrations, these frequencies coming in. And we're going to rise above those. Those frequencies will still be there. But we won't be emotionally suppressed by those because we're above it. I had a businessman tell me one time, he goes, you know, Gary, because I was having a difficult time, and he said, you know, Gary, if you get going fast enough, you can hydroplane on shit. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to learn to hydroplane on all the shit that these guys are throwing at us to scare us to death or scare us to the point that we do what we're told. Sit down, shut up, and don't talk until I ask you a question. And don't elaborate. If it's yes or no, you don't have the option. You say yes or you say no. Same thing in a court of law. And the long arm of the law is reaching out into our communities, which they are breaking apart. And I'll tell you something else before we do this breath. Sorry about that. Before we do this breath, 6 feet apart, 10 feet apart, whatever they pick, it does not matter to a point. Energetically means nothing unless they're telling you stories that are shrinking your energy. And then you can't connect with anybody else because of the fear. And we're going to be expanding our energy. Our energy is connected to the universe. And it goes all the way around the world. All the way around the world. our energy connects with people that are on our frequency, which is why fear is spreading so far and so fast. That's why they're tracking, following, researching what's going on, but they've never had a clue, said the WHO. It's ridiculous. So let's do some breath work and kick some of this crap out of our body, right? So we're going to do 10 deep breaths. Wow, I guess I didn't have my camera set up exactly the way I wanted to here. So, still can't see my feet. Maybe I didn't go back far enough. Anyway. Okay, here we go. Just gonna jump around a little bit, shake. I have this new thing, you know, this little thing under your arm that develops. Well, that material is weak. And when you do this, it starts moving the lymph and it moves the blood through these areas. And you can do it anywhere, you know. You can shake your butt and it moves everything through here. And you want to move your lymph through here, okay? And you can do that by just rubbing it. Get it loosened up. Most people, it's very tight right here. So, you know, just shake all over. We have crystals in our bones. And when we are putting pressure on, but not ridiculous amounts of pressure, not like running 26 miles on a hot top road, just bounce up and down a little bit. The ball of your foot, okay, this foot does this side, and this foot does this side. It's 80% of your lymphatic pump, which is manual. And when you walk, you're constantly moving 100% of your lymph on the channels that are open. And dead liquids and foods close those down. They make it sluggish so that the lymph can't move through the body. And if it's not moving through the body, it's not cleaning. And if it's not cleaning, it's accumulating. And when it accumulates, it slows the body's ability to get rid of toxins down. The toxins start building. And there's only one way to get them out. Live liquids. Even if you just drank clean water. Okay. I'm going to do 10 breaths. Sorry I get on these rants. 10 breaths. Remember, right here, 2/3 of the liquid in your body is right here. From here to here. And when we breathe, we include that. We're moving the abdomen in and out. It's connected to your breath. And as it moves in and out, and you don't have to do it fast, as it moves in and out, it's creating energy, just like a wave in the ocean. Okay, if they could harness a wave, it would generate electricity. Well, this is the wave that generates electricity in our bodies. It moves the blood, it moves the lymph, it oxygenates, it empowers. Don't wait till you go to a hospital and they put you on oxygen. Do it now. Just break up your breathing patterns. We're going to do in through the nose, out through the nose. We're going to do 10. Yeah, we'll do 10. That feels good. In through the nose, hold at the top, head back, releases chemicals in the body that makes it happy. Okay, here we go. Matter of fact, why don't I do one, and then you can join in. And you want to exhale everything. And this is the vagus nerve. This is the parasympathetic. This is rest, digest, and heal right here. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to turn that on. And we're turning it on because, and this is massaging all that. And you can feel your whole electrical system come alive just by doing this simple thing. Okay, you ready? This is going to be 1. 2. And you can rub on this one too if you want to. You can even pat your body. This is a great way to wake yourself up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If you have a hard time breathing through your nose, breathe through your mouth. You might get a little jolt every once in a while from electricity building in your body. That's 10. That's it. This simple little thing will change your entire life. When people are depressed, they're like this. When people are happy, they're like this. Head's back. When they laugh, that's why laughing is so good. You're lean back. Your head is back. All these chemicals are flooding your body that are empowering it. And doing the Qigong, I'm going to show you, and I've had this in plenty of videos. We're not going to really alter it that much because you don't need to. You do this, this moves every joint in your body. You're rocking your foot up, which moves your toes. This moves every joint in the body. And if you have some joints that are sore, just take your time. Over time, you'll be rehydrating and bringing nutrients into those joints so they can rebuild themselves, and the pain will go away. And that part doesn't take very long if you're observing. You're the observer, not the follower of your life. Oh no, my life's out here and I'm running along behind it trying to catch it, and I'm not very happy with it. And I'm not happy with it because I'm not getting what I want. That's a story. And your body is being shut down because it's being suppressed by the information that's coming in. Tell yourself a new story. Every sip I take of this live liquid, my body gets stronger and happier and more powerful. It's generating more energy. It's uplifting my life. I've taken the veil off that was in my head because I was telling myself the wrong story. I was listening to the wrong story that was being projected into my central nervous system through the tube that the masters of illusion control. The masters of illusion control everything you see in that camera. You see it as a movie or a show because you're not really observing what's going on. You're getting lost in the story, which is exactly what they want. They want you lost in the story. And they can emotionally pull you through their timeline. But what you don't see, and we forget, is to the left and the right and the back of that camera are people writing, directing, making sure that nothing gets in that frame that would lessen the illusion that they're projecting into your life. Like everything, a camera can be a very empowering thing, or it can be a very disempowering thing. It's up to us which one of those roads we take, because they're both there. We can see the illusion and go, wow, I can't believe people are falling for this. And it's okay to feel emotion. Let it run through your body. Observe it. Feel it. What's it doing to me? How's it doing it? And once you know the answer, you have a choice to keep it or release it. And breath work will release it. Okay? Let's do 10 breaths. We'll do 5. Because I want to just give you the idea of how to recreate your life in a more empowering way. Because it's right there for us. It's just that we're not able to engage in it or see it. Because we're so lost in the story. So as we breathe, these next 5 breaths, we're going to breathe in love, and we're going to give our body permission to release whatever is in our body that's open to that frequency. Could be a trauma from the past, from birth to right now. All those years, all these things happen in their subconscious, and we forget that they even happen. Because the next trauma comes along, and all of a sudden, that's the big one. And then another one comes along. And as they get further and further back, we're focused on the new one. But those old ones still live in our body. And we're going to kick the crap out of them things and get them out of our body. Because they don't belong there. It's only because we didn't know how to defend ourselves so that they ended up there in the first place. So 5 breaths. Going to breathe in relaxation and love and peace and harmony. And we're going to exhale, and when we exhale, we're going to say, I don't care what's in my body. If it's a vibration that's causing dis-ease within me, I release it. I give my body permission to let it go, because you unknowingly put it in there, but you have to knowingly release it. In through the mouth, out through the mouth. We're trying to create a vibration in the body to shake that stuff up. And how do you do that? Proper hydration with live liquids, live foods. Great stories of release. We're ingesting stories that are congesting our body, and we want to release that. So I'll do 1 breath. I'm going to tip the head back. This is very important to do that. And then we'll put our head down as we exhale, and we can rub our body again to massage that sympathetic, the parasympathetic nervous system. Parasympathetic, rest, digest, and heal. Here we go. I'm releasing, I give my body permission to release any dis-ease that is causing a vibration in my body that is suppressing me. Breathing in love, peace, and harmony. Releasing dis-ease, I give my body to release anything that's causing dis-ease in my body. May get some shakes, putting your head in a pillow and screaming after this breath work, getting that vibration going, breaking those loose, and they'll come out through your throat. And you can feel it. And as it goes, you keep saying, if I release you, I do not want you in my body. You do not belong here. I have no room for you in my life anymore because I'm moving on beyond this physical vibration. This I choose to empower my life. And by empowering my life, I release all dis-ease in my body. One more breath. That's how you get rid of emotional stuff in your body that's causing dis-ease. Because almost every dis-ease that's out there is caused by stress. And too many dead liquids, foods, and stories. Everything on the stories right now, and I don't have a television, I haven't had television in years, but I just listen to what people are saying. And there's torture and mayhem, and where were you on Tuesday night? There was a lollipop taken and they're sitting in a chair, and I know that's a ridiculous part of that, but it is that ridiculous. And they're electrocuting and beating you to find out where you were, if you were the one that took that lollipop. They have no heart, they have no soul. They're dead inside, and it's projecting to the outside. And until we understand what they're doing and why they're doing it, it's hard to defend ourselves against it. You can still get lost in the story because we're programmed to that. And it's time to let it all go. Let's do a little Qigong. You do this 5 minutes every day, your joints will rehydrate and they'll heal. Aches and pains will disappear. And you don't do it fast, you don't have to. The speed of your arms is the speed of your thought. And if your mind is racing, it's hard to slow your body down. And if you go at this pace right here, and you find it difficult, it's because your mind is racing. It's trying to, well, it's stuck in fight or flight. Because you think you can't slow down. I slow down, they'll get me. That's not true. Look out your window. Go for a walk outside. People are walking their dogs. The only places that they're not are where they're being told they can't go outside. Maintain your distance. Cut off your oxygen supply. You see people, they walk into a hospital, and when they come out, they usually have a cane with sometimes 3 little legs on it instead of 1. Some people have 1, but they're not stable enough, so they put 3 on there like a tripod. And you see them, and they're walking like this, right? There's no energy left in their body. They're being told stories and given drugs that are holding them at a certain frequency. And until they start putting live liquids, foods, and stories into their life instead of what they're being told by people that profit from their dis-ease, you're going to be stuck there. And we don't worry about that person over there or that person over there. They may not be ready. And when you're over trying to help someone, it affects you. When I share information with someone, I don't care if they do it or not. Literally, I do not care. Their life, their journey, and it's their business. It's none of mine. And as you grow and as your energy increases, I can feel it growing inside me right now just talking about this. As that energy grows, right? You start to understand things you never even suspected before. The cultural barriers that we've been programmed with will just show up. We were blind to them before. Well, we don't need to be blind to them. It's our journey is our journey, and as our energy increases, some people will be drawn to us, some people will be standing over here watching, and there will be a bunch of people that will be running like crazy to get away from you Because they think you're nuts. And you know why they think you're nuts? Because they're telling themselves a story of disempowerment. Well, that can't possibly be true, because if it was, my doctor would have told me that. Doctors don't make money off in live liquids and live foods. They make money off drugs. Live liquids and live foods are medicine to the body. Stories, medicine to the body. Everything over there has to do with disease. There's over 22,000 diseases that all have basically the same symptoms, because it's a lymphatic issue. And they won't even talk about the lymphatic system, but they know it's there. They know what it does too, and that is why you're not being told. Used to be an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Drink 8 glasses of water every day. You hear any of that now? No, they know. Now, some of the doctors today may have forgotten, because they've been walked down the road of synthetic drugs. And we're not synthetic beings. They're trying to make us synthetic beings, but we're not. We're natural. Everything here is made of cells. Everything behind me, all these trees, these are all cells. This is the other half of, well, you can't see it. That tree is the other half of our lungs. And we are the other half of its lungs. What we breathe out, they breathe in. What they breathe out, we breathe in. And they can't slaughter the forest fast enough. And that's where the magic is. The magical things that will heal us. It's on the ground. If you want to know the most powerful plants in the world, pick up a bottle of Roundup. There's a picture of them right on the back, and they're called weeds. Those dirty, nasty weeds that keep messing up my lawn. My lawn is supposed to be perfect. And if it's not, the neighborhood will have a fit, because their lawn is perfect. And they pay for that lawn too. And they kill the soil. And they feed it artificially, synthetically. Looks great, but all the microorganisms in that soil is dead. Same thing is going on right in our body. That blade of grass is no different than us. It needs certain things to live and to be healthy. And it's not chemical. It may look great, but if you stop feeding it, what's going to happen to it? A healthy lawn will not grow weeds, or what's called weeds. Plantain, dandelion. Do you know why they grow there? They're pulling nutrients up from deep down in the earth and bringing it up to the surface. And when that surface soil, that 4 inches of surface soil, is healthy, they go away. That's what they do. So when we are sick and we ingest those plants, they bring nutrients into our body, and what's wrong goes away. That's why herbs are so important. Made into tinctures and teas, and you're hydrating. You're hydrating with highly nutritious, natural medicine, not weeds. Not weeds at all. That's how brainwashed we are. But anyway, you do this right here for 20 minutes a day, and I don't care what's wrong with you, it will heal it. As simple as this is, it will heal your body. Especially when you have proper, live, life-giving, sun-ripened fruits, berries, melons, and vegetables. finding the combination between, because you can get so high, like when we eat dead food, our energy goes down because our body is spending so much energy trying to process it. So we mix a little live liquid in there. Not only does it help break up that density of that cooked food, but it's empowering the body with enzymes and electrolytes, which is not in the cooked food. Minerals, yes, but enzymes and electrolytes, and they bring energy into the body. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, the 14th, I believe that's next Monday, we'll be starting a new master cleanse. Hope you'll join us. Should be a fantastic time. The last one was amazing. I love you guys for taking that step and stepping beyond the fear of what's being projected into your life right now, right in through your eyeballs, through that tube in your house. That's why the lockdown is here. They have to try to scare you into what they want you to do. Well, don't fall for it. We don't need it, we don't want it. We want to be healthy, happy people. And unless we all start standing up, it's not going to be pretty. I left a comment the other day on Dr. Kazar's site. Why do you think they're weakening our immune system? And there's a big report right now that our immune system will not stop this virus. Well, that's odd, don't you think? Because it stopped every other virus that's come along. What makes this one special? Nothing. Nothing makes this special, except it is the end result of the goal that they are projecting. So as time passes, and you're home, and you're staring into that tube, and you're hearing where they're tracking and they're tracing and they're doing this and they're doing that, the whole time that it's going on, the death rate is getting lower and lower and lower. That's why they're in such a panic to test everybody on the planet, so they can keep the numbers climbing and scare the bejesus out of you. Well, no more. No more. Stand up, take that step, join us, just follow. Do 1 32-ounce glass jar of the Master Cleanse every day. Just add it into your diet, and you will be amazed at how quick your health will start to turn around. And as you drink this, and the brain fog goes away, and the pain goes away, and things become clearer to you, you'll see the whole thing. You'll see the whole facade. And why they're doing it. And why they're trying to push us into the new world. That's why, well, it'll probably be the end of 2021 before we have a vaccine. Well, it could be November. No, now we're thinking October. No, now we're thinking January. No, now we're thinking. Theory, hypothesis, not true. They don't know. That's what they're telling you, but they're doing it in a way that makes you fearful. Because they know you don't, they know you don't want it. So they're using their theory to scare the crap out of us. That's it. That's the whole deal. It's all made up. It's a lie. It's all made up. Is the virus real? Damn skippy it is. But it's nowhere near as dangerous as they thought. The death rate hasn't even really changed in this country. About 7,500 people every single day die in this country from complications of lymphatic congestion. You think they're going to tell you that? No, they're not going to tell you that. So anyway, low battery. I'm going to have a sip. Every sip I take, my body is empowered. It's hydrated. I'm breaking up congestion. I'm living a better, stronger, healthier life by doing this and just adding this one bottle throughout the day into my life. And you sip it. So those that want to do a full cleanse, you can have up to a gallon to a gallon and a half a day. No solid food. It's a very fast cleanse. And what we're looking for is a balance between too fast and too slow. That's all we're looking for. And your body, the balance of your body is different than the balance of mine, because the chemistry in our body, linked to the sun and the earth, is different than mine. It's like your fingerprint. And it's up to us as individuals to find our way to the combination that will give us the best life possible. All right, love you guys. See you in the next video.